Hey guys, April 23rd, 2024, and want to check out the dollar. There's a lot of stuff happening. So, this is what I call my big picture chart. Just kind of showing you we got the 121 high. This is 114. This right here is your 107. And this is your $100. So, it's been chopping around here in between this range, 100 and 107. And that's a yearly chart. You can see in the quarterly, same thing, kind of chopping around these quarters. This is the monthly, 107, 100. You can see that it's just been holding that range. This is the weekly, 100, 107, 100. You can see that from, you can say, January of 2023. It's just been in this range. And so far, we have taken out our low of the month of, what is this? This is a weekly, and not the weekly low. Last week's low. We have taken it out. So this is the weekly chart. The month will be here, and the month will be this low around here. Was at my front door. But anyway, I just want to show you what I'm noticing here. As you can see, this is the daily. We have taken out some lows. So my question is this a buying opportunity? We know that the gold cycles are pointing up, but all the cycles on the dollar are pointing down. And this thing is just chugging along, going higher. Let's see if I have my chart here. So yeah, so this is the weekly cycle. The 180 is down. The 222 on the weekly is down. The 393 is down. The 315 on the daily is down. The only one that's up and it peaks around April the 25th is the dominant cycle, which is 24. It's a little more fractal. This is the only reason why it's up. But, you know, even within the daily chart, the 124, that's even down too. And there's some troughs here of June 24th. This one, 393, peaked on January and it's down. So notes here. The trough of 729 of the dominant cycle of 180. That's when it hits a trough on the dominant cycle, which is here. I don't have that number, but this is the same thing. 180 is the dominant cycle. And from this one, this cycle, 180, you got also September the 16th. So all that to say is that the charts are the spectrum cycle analysis is pointing down on the dollar, but price action has just been grinding higher. Let's go into our market profile. You can see we got a high here. We peaked out around $106. And so far, you can see that there's a level of resistance right here using the market profile on the weekly. And there is some kind of support coming in right here. We haven't kissed that yet, but on the daily, you can notice right here that there is some support on the dollar. We kind of bounced off that level, which is like 105, but you could probably go even lower of 100. You could say 105 and 53. So pretty much 105, there's going to be some key area of support. And this is using a 3-month. If I use the month here, if I could get this to move here, you can see that we already taken out the value area high of 105.87. And this area right here is going to be support. We cracked that. And we can find support even at the 105, pretty much that whole 105. We can't find support here. Chances are it's going to go down to the point of control, which is 104 and 20, 104 and 43. Looking at our simple glance chart, MACD on the monthly is positive. We broke about the mobile bands, went all the way as 106 and 54, but kind of pulling back, but very bullish. And on the weekly, we're about to break out of the cloud on the weekly. So it's just interesting. The dollar's strong. It is strong. And the cycles are all pointing down. So I don't know if this is a trap to like really tank it, gold really explode. This is where I'm kind of entertaining the talk. I just need to do a little more research. But we're in the cloud and we're about to break out. So I don't know if it retraces here and then shoots up, retests 107. And then fails or continues grinding higher on the hunt for that's not 114. 114 is way further over there. MACD is still positive. We haven't crossed over yet above the 20, the 50, the 100. And this is where we're at right now at the I think it's R1 as support right now. On the daily, you got a PPS sell signal and holding the MOBO, which is 105.59, hasn't crossed that yet. The trend is still up. Failed at 106.51. There's a pivot high here. And you're above all these moving averages. Linear regression channel pointing up. The linear regression channel is toppy over here. So, if we do go up, I could see it kind of failing here. But it could continue pushing higher. So it's kind of mixed. Looks like it wants to go and test 107, but maybe it could stall right here and just go right back down. And then gold and all the metals could start going higher. So something just to, ponder on the dollar. If you're trading gold or the currencies, MACD crossover kicked on April 18. It's negative, but we need to have a close below 105.60 in order to be very bearish. Looking at the midpoint chart, looking at the bigger picture, here's your 107. Your midpoint for the year is 103. So can it go all the way down there? Yeah, it's possible. I mean, this has just been oscillating back and forth within this point, but it's on the bullish side in regards to the yearly. On the monthly, you're still above the point of control, or not the point of control, the midpoint, which is 103.56. And for next month, we will need to hold 105.19. And so far, you got a pivot here of 105.32 that if we go down there, could probably find support here. So working our way down, you can see that on the weekly, we already failed the weekly midpoint, which is 106.12. And we've pushed lower. And there's pivots here of 105.59 for the week. 105.35. So if it's going to go down, this could probably be your last leg. And then here, maybe find support and maybe retrace. So this is a big target of 105.35 at the bottom of the week. And for today, we already failed 106.19. And for tomorrow, you're going to have 105.92. But if it can't go up there and if it fails, obviously targets will be 105.46 and 105.30, which this one lines up with this one right here. So I could probably go all the way down here and then assess and see what's going to happen. But we'll take it, baby steps. But I just want to kind of show you what I'm seeing with the dollar. So we hit 106. What is 106? The 180 degree from the square 9. Very strong natural resistance level. And we hit a high of 107, which is right here. And now we are pulling back and we're around 105, somewhere around there. So I could probably see maybe some support at 101. If it was to get down there, which, 101, where that 101 would be. It's gonna have to, you got 103. You got 100, so 101 would be somewhere around here using the square of 9 if it was to go all the way down that way. So, just keep an eye on that. But this would be your range. But if it could push higher, obviously 111 and the high was 114, and maybe it could stall out on 116. But we're around here. It could just, not capitulate, but just kind of slowly grind down to 101. But that's your bigger target if the dollar is going to top out here. If not, if we get to close above 106, then 107, and obviously go straight to 111, then obviously 114. But just remember, the cycles are pointing down. So I don't know if this was just a retracement in a bear cycle. I don't know. We got to see. And looking at the dollar, I'm just surprised that the dollar has been going up, this high, while all the cycles have been pointing down. So, things like that happen. But I just want to leave you with that thought on the dollar, and I'll close this video, and I will keep it on watch, and just let me know your thoughts. What do you think of the dollar? Is it going to go higher? Is it going to go sideways? Or it's going to tank? I know there's some events that are coming up with the Fed and, some reports. So let's see if maybe they're probably getting a head start and maybe unloading to maybe push the dollar lower. We'll see. I'm going to sign out. Hope you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the dollar.